Good morning, all of you. The topic which we are going to discuss today, it is the CMOS technology manufacturing defects. So when I'm saying the manufacturing defects, so I'm sure like you can understand it's related to the fabrication. So fabrication, during the fabrication when we are manufacturing our chip, at that particular time there are certain defects. Now, what is the reason of those defects? And uh, if those reasons, if we are able to understand, then we should uh, uh, we should come up with some techniques which can minimize those defects. The effect of those defects, we will discuss little bit, like okay, how this is going to affect us in terms of the timing, power, and area. But that's not the focus of the today's thing. But yes, whatever we have discussed till now in terms of the capacitance, in terms of the resistance, and resistance and a capacitance, they have a dependency on the layer dimensions. So I think when we are going to discuss what are the defects, you can easily figure out like okay, how these are going to affect your resistance and capacitance, and accordingly how these are going to affect your timing side, because the resistance and capacitance, that means we are talking in terms of the delay portion. So we will be able to discuss that particular part, or you can say we will be able to understand, we in the sense you can understand easily. So I'm not going to discuss that particular part right now, but in a timing section, when we are going to discuss the timing, maybe um, in this week itself or maybe the next week, then this is going to help you a lot in the timing side. So let's first start in terms of the fabrication effects, manufacturing effects. What is the ideal one? So ideally, I'm just taking an example of a two wire. This is a A and a B, and there is a space between these two wires is a S. These are the minimum width W, and this is as per the foundry. Foundry provided like okay, this should be the minimum width, and this should be the minimum spacing. So if you remember the DRC rule, which we had discussed yesterday also, and one session we took it last week. So there we have discussed about the DRC thing, design rule check, and these design rule check usually provided by the fabrication based companies like TSMC, Global Foundry, or the Samsung. Usually they provide you this particular part. Now why they provide you? Because if you will follow their structure, their dimensions, I would say their numbers, and like okay, this is the minimum, and this is the minimum wire. Then from their experience, as per the foundry, the actual wire which will come, the wire will come something like this. So you can see there are a lot of distortion is there. The wire is not straight. Obviously, this is a uh, zoom version of this thing. So maybe this is not going to be like this. There can be like here you can see the width is increasing, 1 2 3 4 side. It's not maybe the only the 4. It can be on a 100 such points maybe there. But yes, I just try to show you, visualize you, so that you can visualize like okay, what is going to be the problem. The problem is very simple. It's not going to be the straight line. So in the today's session, we will discuss about like why this is not going to be the straight line. And this is a top view, and then top view we are talking in this particular way. What is going to be happen in the 3D view, in the sense like in the depth also, in the height also, in the thickness also, anything is going to happen or not. And if that is going to happen, how it is going to affect the our design, and how we can try to minimize this particular part. So what foundries are saying, like a foundry is saying like, okay, if this is the ideal dimensions, then after manufacturing, you will get sort of this. So important point here is the width. If you will see, in some places the width is going to be less than the minimum width. In some places the width is going to be greater than the minimum width. Similarly, if you will talk about the space, in the space also, in the some place, you will have the space greater than the minimum spacing. In some places, your space is going to be the less than the minimum spacing. So here, if it is not visible, then I can just show you like this. Okay, so this is spacing. Obviously this spacing is less than this particular spacing, and this is going to be comparatively more than this spacing, and that's the reason I have just mentioned like S1 and S2. Now if somehow you decided like, okay, you will not follow the foundry rules, you will say like, okay, what is the problem? There is no problem here. Let me come up with a small dimension. So here if you will see, the width is less than the minimum width and the spacing is less than the minimum spacing. So if you decide, if you will do that particular part, then foundry is saying like, okay, there is a possibility, like the final structure which you will get, that structure is going to be something like this. So if you will see in this particular structure, the two wires, the A and the B, initially, even in the worst case, foundry is saying like, okay, they are going to be considered as a two wire. They are not going to short the width. Yes, width is going to be greater than or the less than the minimum width. It can spacing between the wires can be less than or the greater than the minimum spacing. But even after that, there is nothing like an open circuit or a short circuit in this particular scenario. But in this case, what is going to be happen, like there is a chance, even if that is a 1% chance or the 2% chance, but there is a chance like you will get something like this type of structure. Now in this structure, if you will see, these two are shorted with each other. Why? Because like here it was expanded, it is like the width is increasing, here the width is increasing, the same thing happened here, and then both can be shorted. Similarly, when it comes to the width is going to decrease. Now let us suppose in both the side the width decreases, then you can see this particular portion, there is a chance like of either the width of the wire is very small, so the current density is going to be high, and the second thing is like, okay, current density is not you will say like, okay, I'm okay with the current density, but what about if something break in between, it become a open circuit? And if after the fabrication this thing happen, then you will say like, okay, it's not my problem, it's a problem with the foundry. So the foundry is saying, no, it's not my problem because I already gave you the guidelines and you haven't followed that particular guidance. That is the reason this thing happened. So if you want to avoid this particular part, you have to follow these things. And whatever this thing happen, this is basically the fabrication effects. This is the fabrication effects. Like, okay, these are the defects you can say, and because of that, what is going to be happen? That is the effect we are talking about. Now the question comes, why? Why these things are going to happen? So I'm just taking one of the reasons. So there are a lot of, in a fabrication process, there are multiple processes, like we do the etching, we do the lithography, that is the optical lithography we will talk about, and we do the ionization, we do the diffusion, we do metal deposition. So there are a lot of processes in each and every stage, and at every place, at every stage, there are defects that's prone to the defects. There are such a lot of things which is not in your control. Few of the things I'm going to discuss. One of the things is the optical imaging system.